by text. So I am recording this. Great to see your gorgeous faces. So this is actually going to be really quick, and just it literally is like the 4 things that you need to get lined up to get to your 10K before Christmas. So who am I? I think everybody here knows me. I'm Joe will get this. I'm a BFD. I'm a big freaking deal. I've done loads of cool things. That's all my credibility building stuff, but you all know me. You all know I'm credible anyway. Why this masterclass? 10K is seen as like almost like that rite of passage. Like when you get to those 10K months, it's like, you're playing with the big boys. And I actually believe I'm just gonna make sure everyone is on mute. Got you all on mute. Okay. Getting to a first 10K is like a sign of saying, I'm open for business. It's almost like a delineation between I'm playing around, and then I'm playing with the big kids now. If you're currently not at 10K months, it's going to be one of these 4 things holding you back, and you're probably all familiar with them. And if you decide tonight that you're making 10K before Christmas, then it will be the case. You will make it happen. If you decide right now, that's what's going to happen. There are things that you need to have in place. And I will tell you just quickly, my story of getting to my first 10K month. It was in July 2017, and I wrote something on a piece of paper as I sat with my brand new mentor that I paid $10,000 to, and it said, I will make 10,000 pounds by the 31st of December 2017 in exchange for my services, blah, 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 blah. It was like a nice little piece, like statement of affirmation. And I said it every single day. And the 31st of December came and went, and I didn't make my first 10,000 pound month. I think I'd had like a 3,000 pound month, which was like my biggest month to date. And I was a little bit disappointed, but within 5 weeks, by the 5th of February, I had my first 18,000 pound month, not 18,000 pound cash in the bank. I want to be clear, it's 18,000 pound in sales. So this is what I want to say to you. If you listen to this tonight and you make a decision that you want to get to a 10,000 pound month, even if it doesn't happen by Christmas, the likelihood of it happening really soon after that is increasing exponentially just from applying what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. So pay attention. If you're up for it, we can get on a journey and get to these 10,000 pound months. Okay, so this is for you. These are the things I'm like, what was I done with? What was I absolutely done with? I was done trying to fit into the way things are done in the online space. You may see that there's a lot of things going on, like you always feel like you need to kind of keep up with certain things going on in the online space. And what we really want is authenticity. You're done thinking you can only say things in a particular way. Like, who feels like they ever stop themselves from saying things authentically because they're afraid of being judged? Or we say things to like tone ourselves down when actually you're a BFD, you're a big freaking deal. And maybe you're done with clients who are not a perfect fit either. Like, when you don't speak your truth, you tend to attract clients that are not a good match for you as well. And then you end up with clients that, it's really nice that they're paying you, but you might be thinking, oh, these are really hard work. And we don't want those clients, because there are clients who are a perfect fit for you when you show up authentically. You're done looking at others and feeling like, how did they get there? And how come I can't get there? Who's ever thought, how can they get there? And I can't get there. Thank you for your honesty. That was me too. Well, if any of those are you, you are in the right place. I'm going to talk you through the big 4 tonight. These are key things that you need to know, the elements that will skyrocket your business when you've got them all lined up. And I will tell you the honest to God truth. Sometimes you're going to have them all lined up and you're going to be going up, 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 and then something's going to happen and it may drop down again, but then you go up, up, up. And back in 2020, 21 to 22, like on the cusp of those 2 years, I started doing some work for somebody else, doing some high ticket sales for somebody else. And I took my eye off my own business, and my income dropped significantly, so much that my accountant called me up and said, what happened? Because it was literally less than half of the previous year's income. I think the previous year was like 98,000 pound year. And it was down to like 39,000 pound I made. And I was like, I don't know what happened. And I'm like, yeah, I know what happened. I sold out. I sold myself out. I stopped doing what I really love doing. And I was trying to make it work with someone else. So this is what I've done all during from late 2020, about a year ago. So 2022, all the way through 2023 to get me back on track for my 6-figure income, because it's going to be 6-figure and beyond for me. Infinity and beyond. So stay till the end. I've got something I'm going to share with you at the end if you decide that you are ready for your 6-figure, your 10K month rather. Okay, these are the 4 things. These are the 4 things. It's going to come as no surprise to you. Mindset, strategy, authenticity, and irresistible offer. Your success is wrapped up in one or all of these things somewhere along the way. Write down any questions that you have for me, and we'll take them at the end, or drop them in the chat box. I may go into the chat box and speak to you. I'm going to see what's in the chat box. So I know that. Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay. So let's talk. I'm going to dive right into the content. I'm not going to go like, I was like, okay, let's do a master class, and I could bore you to death with like, I'm so great and I'm so wonderful. This is why you should listen to me. But you already know why I'm so great and wonderful and why you should listen to me. So just listen. So let's talk about mindset first. Mindset. So this was the biggest thing for me. Your subconscious beliefs. These are the things that we call them, you know, that various traumas that we've been through. These are actually survival patterns. You know, we kind of almost do them an injustice by making them bad, these subconscious patterns that we have. But they're survival patterns. They're patterns that we developed when we were kids to help us to get through life. The problem is we wear those survival patterns into our adulthood when they no longer serve us. So we need to do the mindset work every day. And this is actually one of the things that a lot of people let themselves down on. They don't actually do the mindset work every single day and then wonder why they're not getting the results. So understanding that doing the work on your mindset and doing the right things, doing the things that really align with you are important to do as significant as like brushing your teeth or washing yourself. Like it's your energetic hygiene. You know, doing your mindset work is your energetic hygiene. The next thing is strategy. And I used to be like, strategy is so boring, but strategy is so important because it's the container in which you hold everything that you do. So when you look at this glass of water on this slide, the glass of water, the glass is masculine energy. It's divine masculine energy. The water going into it is the feminine energy. The feminine energy can take any shape. Like you could put that water into any container, right? Any container that doesn't have holes in it, and it will contain that water. The water is the feminine energy. It can flow, it can go, it is capable of adapting to any kind of container. But there has to be the masculine structure. There has to be the strategy. So you have to have a strategy in place to enable you to take your feminine, and when I say feminine and masculine, I'm not talking about men and women. I'm talking about our creative energy. The feminine is the creative energy, and the masculine is the container in which we put the feminine energy. It's not about men and women because we all have both types of energies. So you need to have the structure to drop your brilliance into. You need to have that system in place. You need a lead magnet, and you need a great next level offer. Does everybody here have a lead magnet of some sort that gets people into their world? Drop me a comment, actually. Let me know if you've got your lead magnet in place to get people into your world. In fact, tell me a little bit about, drop me in the comments what your business is. I know most of you. Okay, got a lead magnet. Fantastic. Tell me if you've got your lead magnets in place, because you need a way to get people into your world. Let me know. Okay, so strategy. The next thing is authenticity. And you may recognize me from some of these photos that have been featured on Facebook recently with me in them. Authenticity. Authenticity is probably the most powerful thing that is going to help you amplify your business. When you sound like everybody else, oh, I created a new word there, irresistible. Number 4, irresistible. I created a new word. When you sound like everybody else, you're not going to stand out from the crowd, and you're not like everybody else. And I know that without even having had in-depth conversations with some of you. I know that you're not like everyone else, because nobody here comes with the same set of skills. We all have so many different skills and abilities, and we need to show up authentically. We need to be able to give our voice to things. So back in February, I put a post out that led to 12,000 pounds in sales, and I'm going to tell you about them. I'm just going to let someone in who's just coming into the room. So yeah, back in February, I put a post out that I actually did a whole masterclass on this post. It's called the 12,000 pound post. It was the 9,000 pound post, but then it led to 12,000 pound in sales. So it turned into my 12,000 pound post. And the thing that set that post apart from anything else that I've ever done before is how authentic it was in talking about who I work with and who I don't work with. And it taught me a really valuable lesson about showing up authentically. Now, I think a lot of people, especially in the healing and helping business, are afraid to alienate people. You don't want to turn people away. You want to help everybody, but we can't help everybody. We're not here to help everyone. We're here to help people who are on the same page as us. We're here to help the people who need our medicine. I'm thinking what's coming to me right now is that I went to Mexico, and in Mexico City, there's a square kind of like akin to Trafalgar Square, if you like. And there's lots of things that go on in this square. And there were lots of shaman there, lots of tribes and lots of shaman, and they do these rituals on you. They sage you, and they do some sound healing on you. And I just immediately went over to a particular tribe, and I just stood there and waited my turn to kind of get, sort of blessed and cleansed by this tribe, when there were like 6 other tribes. For whatever reason, I just chose to go over to that tribe. Your people will find you because of your authentic voice. They'll just be magnetized to you. They'll energetically be magnetized to you. So my 12,000 pound post said things in it like, I work at a fast pace. I move quickly. I may be intimidating. If you're intimidated by me, you're not for me. If you work at a slow pace, you're not for me. So it's letting people know who you are, how you work, so they know what to expect. Maybe they want to learn how to work at a fast pace, but if not, you're making it very clear. And the response that I had to that 12,000 pound post was that people were literally coming to my inbox saying like, I'm that woman. I'm who you were talking about. How do I work with you? Do you have any places left for this? Like literally, and I'd never experienced anything like that before. But it was because I wasn't afraid to say who I didn't work with. Who's ever been afraid to say who they don't work with, like for fear of like alienating people? You think like, I don't want to say that because then people won't think I'm a nice person. I won't say that because I don't want to put people off. But we have to put certain people off, but you can do it and you can still be a good person. You can still put people off and be a good person. You've got the option. But it is about finding your authentic voice. And one of my favorite exercises to do is, what are you too much of? Because your too much becomes your superpower. Are you too creative? Are you too noisy? Are you too sensitive? Are you too, like, what are you too much of? I'm too noisy. I'm too energetic. I've got too many ideas. I'm too whatever, like too like I take things over. I'm too bossy. It's like taking those things and turn them into a superpower, because we allow people's impression of us to become the the truth of who we are, and the truth of who we are is not what other people think. It's what we, what we have to be willing to own for ourselves. So authenticity. So many clones out there. Do you see that? Do you see that on social media? There are so many clones of people. The most important thing you can do is be your authentic self. Think about who you love to work with and who you don't love to work with. Don't be afraid to alienate people. When you show up authentically, joyfully, and playfully, this is divine feminine in action. So when you show up as you're supposed to be showing up, this, and again, it's not a male or female thing, it's an energetic thing. You attract from being magnetic because you're in your full energy. And then finally, the last thing is having an irresistible offer. And this is so important. This goes hand in hand with your ideal client. You need to know who you're talking to. So coming back to like my previous post about having that, writing authentic content or doing authentic videos, just creating whatever, however you like to deliver your message, making it an irresistible offer. What do they want? What do they want? And here's the thing, people want one of four things, or all four of these things. They want to make money. They want to save time. They want to make or save money. They want to save time. They want to improve their relationships, and they want to improve their health. So if you're selling that to people, you're onto a winner. So anything you're selling can be wrapped up in one of those things. So I'm actually going to ask someone to go to the chat box and tell me what you sell, and tell me what you sell, and I'm going to tell you how to tie it into whether it's money, time, health, or I'm going to tie it into all four things. So tell me what you sell, and I'm going to tell you how it helps people. You sing too much, Kevin. Is that it? I'm a personal break. Don't have. Okay, we need to get you a lead magnet. Somebody who wants to talk to me, who wants to have a quick conversation with me. Let's have a conversation. Sell energy. So you sell energy readings. Okay. So Joe, let's talk. Can you unmute yourself? Sell a framework for code. All right, I'm going to speak to Joe. Fine. No worries, Chrissy. It's fine. It's fine that you're late. I made the change at the last minute because it was easier for me to do my presentation on Zoom. So apologies from me for messing around. So Joe, okay, tell me what you sell.
So I do numerology and astrology. So I just do a simplified overview of a birth chart reading, finding people's North Node, which is really key to the direction of growth, personal development and growth. It's an absolute key area in your birth chart.
Right. Okay. So how do you link that to, or do you currently link it to money, time, health, or relationships?
Well, that's just got me thinking. It's certainly for sure improving your relationship, and it's the relationship with yourself that I really home in on. The relationship with yourself improves your relationship you have with other people. And ultimately, if you know your North Node, it actually can save you time, because you can really you can hone your focus onto where you're going to receive the most fulfillment, joy, pleasure, all of those.
Right. Okay. Things. Okay. So you're saving them time.
Mm-hmm.
You're saving them time because by knowing what they're going to learn from you, they're going to be able to, with laser focus, get clear on where to put their attention.
Clarity. So clarity.
They're going to have clarity. They're gonna have time-saving clarity. That's gonna, they're gonna stop wasting time. It's gonna save them. It may save them money as well, because they may be looking for solutions that are not as cut and dry as simply understanding what their North Node is. Is that correct?
Absolutely, 100%. And that's what it's done for me, you know, from like I shared with you on the retreat, you know, I was down to 26p in my bank account, but I had unshakable belief in what the growth and where I was being shown to go, which was sell my house, become mortgage free. Although I got down to this 26p, the whole experience was profound because I kind of knew where I was going.
Right. Okay. So it's definitely a time saver. It's a money saver.
Yeah.
And presumably, you know, you had a greater level of trust in yourself as well. So again, enriching your relationships and I
Yeah.
guess as well, an effect on your mental health by, you know, not having that stressful situation over you anymore, like trusting that you were guided in the right direction.
100%. And what also it's done for me, having been in tricky health situations, it's just given me meaning and understanding to my life and everything I've been through. So yeah, it's been life-changing for me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Amazing. So you can see that, you know, so your marketing message would be something like, so when you understand your North Node, not only is it an opportunity for you to save time that you might be wasting searching for solutions that are evident when you understand your North Node, but it may be saving you stress. It may be saving your relationship, like enhancing your relationship with yourself, enhancing your relationship with other people. And I'm sure there's a money tie in there as well. There's a way that it can save you money. So when your marketing message can speak to people about how it's going to affect one of those areas. And I'm just looking at Gaynor right now, and I know Gaynor is an artist. So Gaynor, yours would be something around, your marketing message would be something around, it's like improving their health because art improves well-being. You know, like I worked in a hospital a number of years ago, and there was some people complaining that money was being invested in artwork, and it's like, what do you want people to stare at, like gray dull walls? It's like, of course we need art, and how it, like, so you would be looking at, you know, how art enriches people's well-being, and like really enhancing, like, you know, playing up to that, how it enhances well-being. And please do write to me and tell me how the art trail went. I want to hear how that went for you. And Rachel, I know Rachel does human design. So human design would be along the lines of, you know, when you know your human design, again, it's like knowing where you should or shouldn't put your attention. That's going to help you get more clarity and save you time, save you money. And Blanca does rapid transformation therapy. So she's going to be clearing things up. Like rapid transformation therapy is like such a game changer. It's such a life changer for so many people on all four of those accounts, whether it's health, and I know that you do a lot of work with people with health. So it would be about health, and it would be about money, and it would be about personal well-being and saving relationships. It just has so many. Kevin does public speaking. So Kevin, you'd be giving people the confidence to speak, whether it's in the corporate world or in a you know, as a public speaker. And the better you are as a speaker, the more in demand you are, and the more you can charge for things. So that's the kind of thing. Chrissy, I think you do like card readings and things like that. So that would be about people's well-being, and again, maybe saving time as well. And Emily's here, and Emily does training for people to become coaches for children. So that's helping people it's giving them a skill set, it's giving them a monetizing skill set, something that they can monetize on. It's also giving them something to feel a great sense of satisfaction about. It's a time saver. It's going to be a time saver in terms of helping parents. So when your parent coaches are selling it, they're selling parents a time saving solution and a relationship saving solution. So that's a benefit for your coaches to be using as a sales point. Anyway, that's it's having a great offer. It's having an amazing offer, but it also has to be an offer that gives you great pleasure to deliver. I've heard many people say, like, go to your audience and ask them what they want, and actually creating what you want and then selling it. Like, create what fuels you, because in terms of the ideal client, we actually create the ideal client. You know, we create that client because we get them excited about the thing that we have. Because I get a lot of outliers in my world as well, and you'll get outliers in your world. You get people who you think, well, that's not my typical client. You know, I started working with women over 40, and then I'd have women under 40 saying, why are you only working with women over 40? And then I'd have men saying, why are you only working with women? So you're always going to get outliers, but you know, focus on what really lights you up, because what really lights you up is going to really light other people up, because you can feel the magic of people when they're in that, when they're truly in their element. So like, what are you currently offering? What does your client need that's going to give you great pleasure to deliver? And this is the divine feminine action. This is your creative endeavors. And then you drop it into the strategy. So we've got the 4 elements. This is the 4th of the elements. These are the 4 things that are important, because if you want consistency, if you want sustainability, if you want clients that you love, if you want systems that work for you, and if you want to show up authentically, who wants any of those things? Is anyone interested in those things? Sustainability, consistency, clients that you love, systems, and showing up authentically. Yeah, it's for me too. The big 4, using the big 4, I've been able to create an average of 10K or more months over the course of 2023. So now it's your turn. So this is where I'm going to share with you. If you, like me, want clients that were as magical as me, are as magical as me, clients prepared to take the journey, I was no longer prepared to compromise my standards. I wanted to express myself authentically. I wanted a strategy that I could rinse and repeat. And I cannot tell you how important the rinse and repeat is. Because I was very, Emily's been in my world for a long time. Emily's been one of my sort of closest business buddies for the last, I don't know, 5 years or so. And, you know, she's always like wagging her finger at me going, you need to do this. You know, she's telling me, and she's right. And I finally got it. Like, I need to rinse and repeat. So the whole of 2023, I've done a rinse and repeat process, and that's given me the consistency. So you have your lead magnet, and then you have your higher price product. You have your lead magnet, higher price product. There's many ways you can deliver it, but you need to have that way to bring people into you, and then you need what you're going to sell them after that, and rinse and repeat. And it may sound dull as dishwater, but every time that you repeat that your bigger ticket offer, it can get better. It can improve over time, over and over and over again. So you need your rinse and repeat, your rinse and repeat, your rinse and repeat. And I really didn't want to do the rinse and repeat. And what I found myself doing instead of rinse and repeat was I was launching like every month. Who's ever got like launch exhaustion? Has anyone ever felt the pain of launching? If you've never felt it, you never have to feel it. You need to rinse and repeat. You need your rinse and repeat cycle. Because I did the launch thing for so long. And I wanted offers that people couldn't refuse. Who can tell me who that is in that picture? I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Come on, Kevin Harvey, you know who that is. Marlon Brando. We know the Godfather, right? Okay. So my question to you, drum roll. Do you want to be initiated into a higher level of business mastery? Do you want to call in perfect clients for you? Do you want to have a clear rinse and repeat procedure? And do you want to show up more authentically? If you do, Marlon Brando, yes. Human design person is Ganny saying who's you? It's Rachel's a human design person. So are you interested in any of those? Do you want those perfect clients? Do you want the rinse and repeat? Do you want to be looking at a 10K month before Christmas? Give me a yes or no, because your invitation is going to be to stay or to go. Should I stay or should I go now? You don't have to stay if you don't want to stay. Let me know if you're staying on, and I'm going to talk to you about how you can. Yeah, awesome. Fabulous. Fantastic. Okay. If you don't want to hear, you're free to go. If you're going to stay on, stay on. This is the caveat for the 10K month. It's kind of going to depend on where you are now, right? If you're at absolute zero, and you truly believe that you can sell a 10K offer, you're going to sell a 10K offer, or 2 5K offers, or 5 1K offers, 10 1K offers. You're going to do it. But if you need a lot of work around the mindset, even if you're starting at 0, you can go to 10K. But if you need lots of work, and if you're at like 5K and you need a lot of work, you might get to 6 or 7K. So it really depends on where you are with your mindset, with clarity on who you're working with your offer, and how you position it, how you post to people, how you write your copy. Okay, so this is what I've got for you. I've got my unignorable program. I think I was actually going to start it today, and I'm starting it in 2 weeks' time because I'm going away again. So unignorable is 4-week. It's a 4-week live course focused on your 10K months. This is what we're going to do in unignorable. It's not even a word, but I made it up. If William Shakespeare can make up words, I can make up words. So this is what we do in unignorable. Week 1, we clear the subconscious blocks. This is going to be a group rapid transformation session. Overcome any mental blocks holding you back, unlock your creativity, unleash your authentic voice, discover the power of you being truly visible in your niche. Week 2 is going to be defining your ideal client, getting razor sharp focus. And you don't have to be in love with this client forever, but you have to be in love with this client for now. You have to choose somebody. You can't be dithering. You have to go, you know what, I'm drawing a line in the sand, and I'm going to work with this client for the next 3 months. And then if you can't stand working with that client, you change and evolve it. So you do it for at least 3 months. Pinpoint who exactly you're going to work with. Tailor your content to deeply connect with that audience. We're going to teach you how to write that content. I'm going to share with you my 12,000 pound post, and you're going to learn how to write your own. Plus, you're going to learn other ways of writing magnetic copy as well. You're going to learn to use your authentic voice and create relationships where people go from followers into clients. Week 3, we're going to be perfecting your offer, creating irresistible lead magnets that draw your clients in. Develop a core offer that speak to your audience. So you want one main thing. You want a lead magnet and one main thing. Lead magnet, one main thing. We'll be optimizing your prices and packaging everything up with integrity, and also perfecting your irresistible offer. Get really, really clear on what you're going to be offering people. And I want to say this as well. As I was putting this together, there's going to be lots of overlap because people are going to be at different stages. So there's going to be questions from week 3 coming up in week 1. People are going to be going, I want to know how to perfect my offer. So there's going to be opportunities to, for the weeks to kind of blend into each other as well. And then week 4 is like writing that magnetic content, master the art of captivating with storytelling, infused with authenticity, engage your audience, content that demands attention, leave your reader asking to work with you because they feel your authenticity. Like the people who were writing to me, I literally have screenshots of them saying like, freaking hell, Denise, you just described me. Like, how do I get in on this? And the truth is not everyone signed up as a client, but enough people signed up for me to create a 12,000 pound post masterclass, because 12,000 pound in business was generated from a single post. So the way we deliver this, unignorable is delivered 2 calls each week. There is 1 teaching call and 1 Q&A call. They're going to be on a Tuesday and a Thursday evening. If you opt for VIP, you're going to have Monday to Friday WhatsApp support. You will have complete WhatsApp support from me. It'll be in a group, so everyone will be able to ask questions, and I'll be answering everyone's questions there. You'll come away with confidence at an all-time high, and very possibly even your first 10K month. Who's liking the sound of this? Deep subconscious transformation, clarity on your strategy, your authentic voice to stand out, because you don't need to sound like everybody else. I don't want you to sound like anybody else. I think while I was away on the retreat that I just got back from, I realized, like, the word codes, like a lot of people talk about like prosperity codes and this code and that code and that code. And I was like, what do I really do with people? And I feel like I help people find their authentic voice. I help people find something, a truth that they maybe knew was in there, but they never released. And I'm like, I help them connect with their authenticity codes. And I'm like, because it's like your coding, it's your coding, it's your authenticity. And we need to pull that out so that is the most outstanding thing. This is the first run of this particular course that I'm doing. It's 4 weeks long, 2 calls a week. The investment for the program is £1,500. It is today, it's 777, and it is a one-off offer. Or if you want the daily WhatsApp as part of the program, it's $997. So for an extra £200, you're going to get WhatsApp support Monday to Friday for the 4 weeks. And that's going to be like phenomenal. So what to do next? Well, first of all, let me ask you, do you have any questions for me? And I'm going to drop a link in the chat box, and then I will send you all the information if you're interested. Let me go and grab the, I'm going to stop my share. Who's got some questions? I'm open for questions. Who's sitting there dumbstruck thinking like, what the hell did she just do? We went through that super, super quick. I'm just going to get the link for you. Give me a moment. I would love you to come on board, because I would love to create some 10,000 pound months with you before Christmas. I would really, really love to see this. And you're going to be so much closer. Oh, I'm sorry, what date do you start? There's a great question. I'm going to Ibiza next week. So I'm going to be starting it on the 4th of November, or 7th of November. I think it's a Tuesday. Hold on. That's the one piece that was missing in there. I'm just going to tell you right now what date it's starting. So you've got a couple of weeks, and you've got a few payment options as well. So yes, we're going to start on the 7th of November. So you've got a few payment options. I'll drop the link in there. Have a look at the payment options. You've also got a small deposit option. If you want to put £55 down now because you need to find the money, you've got 2 weeks to go and find the money if you want to come on board. And if you want another sort of payment plan, speak to me about that as well. I don't ever want money to be the reason people don't do things, but I also invite you to stretch yourself, because we don't grow if we don't stretch. Honestly, we don't grow if we don't stretch. We need to be willing. I'm trying to think of the right words. We need to be willing to. Okay, I'll tell you my story. The dates are going to be, what's the timeline to make the decision? As soon as like, and I would like, if you're interested, you can make your £55 deposit. I think it's all in the payment link there. It's the sooner the better. So I know how many people are on board with me. That's helpful for me. But if you've got questions, you can message me privately and we can have a conversation about it. I recognize, and I'm going to share the story with you. I recognize that I was playing in a pool where I was happy making like £1,000 investments or £2,000 investments, and that became like I normalized that, and I wasn't growing because the size of the container I was going into, or the level of growth that I was getting in that container, I was already there. Because literally, like, it's not always the case, but it's often the case that when you take a leap to a higher level investment, you're getting a higher, there's like an energetic growth that happens with a higher level of investment. So I started with making hundreds of pounds investment, and then went up to thousands of pounds. So if this is a big leap for you, it will be an energetic leap for you as well. It will be something that is going to like shift in your system as well. And I know, like, as I said, I got used to just like, oh, I can pay £1,000 for that. And I started almost not paying attention to those courses. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get so accustomed to spending a certain amount that we almost treat it as disposable. So if this is a big investment for you, it's just gonna energetically shift you. That's what I'm gonna say about it. In any case, it's gonna be phenomenal. You're going to get 2 calls a week with me. I'm probably going to do about 7 o'clock at night, maybe a little bit later, maybe 7:30. That's UK time. I think everyone's in the UK. And I want you guys to win. Like I believe that I come from a place of absolute authenticity, and I want you to win. I want to be celebrating your successes. There's nothing that's more satisfying than seeing you guys come to me saying, I did it. I just sold my first 5K offer. I've just sold a 10K offer. Even I've just sold my first 1,500 pound offer. Like, you know, it does, or even my first 500 pound offer. Like it doesn't even have to be 4 figures, but just getting those sales in, and it feels so good because we're all here from a place of service. We all want to be of service. Am I right or am I right? Give me a thumbs up if you're here to be of service. That's what we're here to do. And if or sold out my exhibition. Yes, absolutely, Gaynor. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's your invitation. I will send you all. If you have questions, you're all linked with me. Already committed on a Tuesday. You can always catch a replay. You can always catch a replay of the lesson, and you can always check in with the group. If you want to do it, you'll find a way. You're so welcome, Linda. Any other questions from anyone? Anything anyone wants to talk about? I'm happy to answer anything. I've got a little bit more time. Anyone want to talk to me? No one wants to talk. Can we chat tomorrow? We have yeah, of course, Gaynor. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And tomorrow's my birthday, so you can wish me a happy birthday. 59 years old, 50 freaking 9 years old. Please message me if you want to talk about anything. If you're interested in coming on board, as I said, it's easier for me to know. I know how many people are coming on board. If you're interested, come on board. Happy Denise Day Eve. Gonna sleep on it. Fantastic. Just message me tomorrow. I will be in touch with everyone. Thank you all for being here. Forever young, absolutely. Have a beautiful evening. Mwah. Lots of love. I invite you to stretch outside of your comfort zone, and let's go and smash some goals before Christmas. Night. Bye, Em. Bye, everybody.